Here we have seen about what are the kinds of contract and what are the essential elements of contract and types of contract. In this video we are going to see about proposal or offer. It is defined under section 2A of Indian Contract Act 1872, which defines when one person signifies his willingness to do or abstain from doing with a view to obtain the assent of the other, this act is called offer or proposal, which means when A and B is there, A is voluntarily saying to B that he is going to sell his brand new red color car. This means A is willing to know that B is willing to buy his car. That's the meaning of the sentence. There are four essential elements of proposal or offer. They are the person making the offer is known as the promisor or the offerer. The the person accepting the offer is called the promisee or the acceptor. Next, valid offer must express the willingness to do or not to do something. The willingness is expressed with the assent of the other party to whom the offer is made. An offer can be positive as well as negative. Then we came to know about kinds of offer. There are four kinds, it divided into two categories: how made to whom made. How made, express offer or implied, expressly given or impliedly, like a implied contract. It's like express contract. To whom made. Whom made means to a general, to 100 persons, or specifically like to Vijay, to Surya, like specific person. It is divided. It is further classified into general offer, specific offer, counter offer, cross offer, standing offer. General offer means it is made to public. It is made to public at a large, which means it's like a offer in the newspaper or challenges in several hotels to complete its uh, full meals in 10 minutes. These are general offer to a public. There are one important case law which is between Carlyle versus Carbolic Smokeball and Co. This case states that the Carbolic Smokeball Corporation has gave advertisement in a newspaper that they are going to give a reward of 100 pounds to person who uh, who are affected by influenza after using their smoke balls. Here, one lady has accepted this offer. She is known as Mrs. Carlyle. Used the smoke ball as per their as per the direction of the company and even suffered from influenza. Here, she can recover that 100 pounds from Carlyle Smokeball Corporation. Next, specific offer. When in this case, specific offer, it must be when offer is made to Vijay or Surya, Vijay must accept this offer. When offer is made to Surya and Surya's father accepted it, he can't do it. Here also an important case law, Bolton versus Jones. We will see this explanation in further. Cross offer. It means when Surya and Surya planned to make offer to Ajay, when Ajay planned to make offer to Surya, they both don't know each other. They both don't know each other's offer, and one day they met in one hotel and both expressed in the same time. If you read this example, you will understand it clearly. Counter offer. It means when A and B makes an offer. Hmm. When when we read this example, we will understand clearly. When A offers to sell his plot to B for 10 lakh, B agrees to buy it for 8 lakh. Now A offers for 10 lakh, but B is willing to pay only 8 lakh for this flat. It amounts to counter offer. Now, it is in the position of A that he can either accepted it or rejected, standing or continuing offer or open offer. It means one offer. For example, This offer is for only 90 days. You must utilize it within 90 days means we can't further extend up to beyond 90 days. So we have to utilize it before 90th day. Essentials of a valid offer. We have clear knowledge about what is meant by offer and classifications of offer. We have to know what are the essentials need to be there in a validity of an offer. It must be capable of creating legal relationship. Uh, Before we have seen contract must be legally enforceable by law. Likewise, offer also must be legal. It must certain, definite, and not vague. It means it must be certain. For example, where A offers to sell 100 quintals of oil, here he haven't mentioned what type of oil, so it is indefinite. But the offer must be definite. It must be Third point is it must be communicated to the offeree. It must be communicated to the offeree. Otherwise, the offeree can't claim. When we came to know about this case law of between Lalman Shukla versus Gauridet, Lalman Shukla is a servant of Gauridet. Gauridet one day appointed Lalman Shukla to trace his missing nephew. Then, after when Lalman Shukla left his home, Gauridet announces a reward, a certain reward uh, to the person who has found his nephew. But Lalman Shukla did not know about this offer and found his nephew. Now, Lalman Shukla can't claim this offer because the offer is not communicated to him. It must be made, fourth point is it must be made with the view to obtain the assent of the other party. For example, if one person voluntarily coming and saying you, do you want this? That means his willingness is to know whether you want this or not. It must be conditional. The offer must be conditional. For example, the offerer may ask to pay by RTGS or NEFT or GPay or PhonePe or Paytm. Likewise, offer should not contain a term non-compliance of which would amounts to acceptance. This means A proposes B. We can see this example. A proposes B to purchase his Android mobile for 5,000, and if no reply by him in a week, it would be assumed that B has accepted. This is a wrongful act, so we not contain this non-compliance of which would amounts to acceptance. The offer may be either specific or general or either express or implied. The offer is different from offer is different. Offer is different. This kind of following 4 points are different. We can see what are these 4 points. A statement or intention and announcement. Here we can see this example. A father wrote his son about his wish of making him the owner of all his property is mere a statement of intention. If he is saying his willingness, it's not an offer. Next, offer must be distinguished from the answer to the question. Um, Read this case law, RV versus Spacey. In this case, there are two questions are asked. Will you sell your bumper hall pen and telegram lowest cash price? Now, hmm, now he or she did not answer this question. She answered only this question, telegraph lowest cash price. She has set her price. Now the other party gone to court that she has said I have asked two questions, but she have replied one question. So it's like she accepted, but the court refuses that offer must be distinguished from answer to the question. Statement of price is not an offer. Likewise, the above case law, where he or she quoted the price, but it's not an offer. Invitation to make an offer or do business. An advertisement for sale of goods by auction is an invitation to offer. When invitation in a newspaper, it's not an like offer. There are invitations given to lots of people who participate and win in the auction can be the real owner. When goods sold on auction, here is an important case law. Harris versus Nickerson. Statement of price is not an offer, we have seen before. Next, there is a distinction between offer and invitation to offer. It's simple, so you can understand by reading itself. Next, acceptance. First, we have seen offer or proposal. Next, acceptance. Offer or proposal is section 2A. Acceptance is section 2B. It states when the person to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent thereto, the proposal is accepted. The accepted proposal becomes a promise. There are some legal rules regarding a valid acceptance. There are 7 legal rules, I think so. Yeah, there are 7 legal rules. You can see one by one. First is acceptance can be given by the person to whom the offer is made. If offer is made to Vijay, his father can't accept it. This means when offer is made in a general specific offer, he must accept it. You can read this case law and understand. Next, offer is made to general offer, then anybody can accept it. Acceptance must be absolute and unqualified. Section 7 states that acceptance is valid only when it is absolute and unqualified. Here there is a case law, Neely versus Meerut. Here, M. Meerut offers to sell his land to Neely for £280. N replied that he will pay $80 as a check now and promised to pay later £200 in a monthly installment of 50 each. Now, N could not enforce its acceptance because it was not an unqualified one. Understand? Next, the acceptance must be communicated. Uh, there are two persons. Ajay offers Vijay to sell his pen for 10 rupees. Now Vijay accepted it and wrote in the paper and unknowingly kept in his drawer and did not. Now Ajay don't know about Vijay's acceptance. Here's some case law, Brogden versus Metropolitan Railway. This states when Brogden, the supplier of a coal, gave a quotation to manager of a Metropolitan Railway. Now manager accepts it and unknowingly he kept the acceptance bill in his drawer and Brogden did not came to know about the acceptance of the manager. Next, acceptance must be in a prescribed mode. Acceptance, it must be in a prescribed mode. Acceptance must be within a time. If acceptance must be given within, say, within 15 days, that means he can't extend the 15 days. He must say his acceptance within 15 days. If he replied in 16:3, it is considered as not acceptance. Mere silence is not acceptance. But in some cases, when we agreed in a previous contract that when I was silent, it is equal to acceptance, then it is valid. There is a case law, Feltos versus Bentley. Feltos' his uncle offered to buy his nephew's horse for £30, saying, if I hear no more about it, I shall consider the horse mine at £30. The nephew did not reply that he don't want to talk to his uncle, that silly uncle. Now, they went to court. F could not succeed. His nephew had not communicated the acceptance to him. Understand? Next, acceptance by conduct or implied acceptance. When A offers to B, when A offers to B to sell his car, now B suddenly pays 10,000. Now here the acceptance is completed by the conduct of B. Next important topic is communication of offer and acceptance. The offer and communication of offer. Section 4 states that the communication of offer is complete when it comes to know to the knowledge of the person whom it is made. Here this is when A offers to B for selling his pen. When B accepts, he must communicate to the A about his acceptance. Next, communication of acceptance. We have seen communication of offer. Next, communication of acceptance. It is divided into two parts: modes of acceptance and when acceptance is complete. Modes of acceptance is done by act, is done by omission, is done by conduct. These three are done come under the modes of acceptance. Next, when acceptance is complete, the acceptance is complete against the proposer when it is put in the course of transmission to him, as against the acceptor when it comes to the knowledge of the proposer. When proposal is accepted by a letter sent by post, when proposal is see this example. When proposal is accepted by a letter, then this only puts into course of transmission. When the letter put into the course of transmission, the proposer as against the proposer, as against the acceptor, when it comes to the knowledge, when the proposer reaches the letter, the acceptor's acceptance is completed. Communication of special condition. Here I will further divide it into two parts. That is, I will further divide it into two parts. That is, a reasonable case, unreasonable case. In a reasonable case, they have given a case law, Mukhaldat versus Indian Airlines. In an unreasonable case, they have given a case law, Lily White versus Manusami. Next, communication of performance. Like previously we have seen, section 4 states that about the communication of offer and acceptance. This we can understand by reading itself. Revocation of offer and acceptance. The offer and acceptance can be revoked in any time, but in English law we can't revoke. But in Indian law only they have given an option. We can revoke at any time, but there are several conditions. When you post a letter, when you accept it, and when you post a letter, we have to revoke it before it reaching to the proposer. When proposer sends an offer, when proposer wants to reject his offer, he has to communicate before when offerer accepts it and post it to the post letter. There are 7 modes of revocation. They are by notice of we can revoke by giving a notice of revocation. By lapse of time also it become revoked. By non-fulfillment of condition precedent. When we did not fulfill our condition, the offer is revoked. Offer and acceptance is revoked. By death or insanity, then it also revoked. By counter offer, we have seen in a counter offer page, it can be revoked by non-acceptance of the offer according to the prescribed or usual mode. By subsequent illegality. That's all for this video. In this video, we have seen about offer, proposal or offer, acceptance, and communication of offer, and communication of offer and acceptance, then revocation of offer and acceptance. That's all. For further videos, subscribe to my channel so you will not miss out any updates from our channel. Thank you.